All right, here we are on day 4 of the How to Lift Basics trainer, and today is the first day we're covering chest and triceps. Now, you may be thinking, I'm just going to bypass the chest work because I don't really care about building my chest. Like, what's it going to do for me? I'm a woman. You're not going to really notice that muscle tone. I highly encourage you to shut down that thought process right now. Training your chest is part of a synergistic movement. It's a major muscle group. The body works together. The arms are helping push the weight, the chest is firing, the triceps are firing, the core is stabilized. This is a key movement that you do not want to skip. So we are starting with a lying bench press. For today, you're going to grip the bar a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Make sure you grab the bar nice and even. You want your entire body to be tense during this movement. So your core is tense, your feet are driving into the ground, your upper back and shoulder blades are driving into the ground, as well as the back of your head. You're going to bring the bar up and down, straight, right over the nipple line. It's a common mistake that people will bring the bar too high up on their neck or too down low below their rib cage, and you really want to make sure you bring the bar straight over your nipple line, pressing up and down, keeping good resistance and control over the bar, coming up and then bringing it down. You want to keep constant tension on the muscles, so you are not going to lock your elbows at the top, but come up to about 95% and then bring it right back down again. Second exercise we're learning the basics of today is the incline chest press, and we're using dumbbells. So for this, the incline is about a 45-degree angle, and it basically just forces the chest to be hit from a different perspective, utilizing a little bit more of the minor muscles of the chest as opposed to the major muscles of the chest. I'm starting with the dumbbells straight up above me. As I bring them down, I want to separate my hands, bringing the weights out a little bit wider than my shoulders, feel a nice stretch in my chest, and then explode up from the bottom, pushing through my elbows, squeezing through my chest, and bringing the weights up and together at the top of the movement. Again, I am not locking my elbows at the top because I want to keep a constant tension in the muscle, and I'm taking a nice deep breath on the way down and a big exhale out of my mouth, pushing up. The first exercise we're doing today for triceps is a cable tricep extension. For this exercise, I'm using a rope, which I like the best because I feel like I can get the best contraction in my triceps. To start off, you're going to grab the rope at the bottom and set into your form, which is torso slightly angled forward, hinging forward from the hips. I feel the biggest contraction in my triceps in the back of my arms when I think about this movement as a pushing down and back and coming up and forward, instead of just thinking of it as down and up, down and up. I go down and push back, squeezing through the back of my arms, and I come up and forward. Other key things are I'm not locking my elbows at the bottom, putting stress on my elbow joint, and I'm also not coming up all the way to the top, and I'm keeping constant tension on my triceps. This next exercise for the triceps is called a skull crusher, and you're going to see why in a second. This is one of my favorite tricep exercises next to the cable press down that we just did in the previous clip. It's really complementary to that movement because in this exercise we're pulling the bar up versus in the previous one we're pushing the cable down. For this exercise, I also think instead of bringing the bar down and up, I think of bringing the bar down and slightly back and up and pushing forward. So every time I push the bar up, I'm thinking push forward, push forward. Like pretty much all of these exercises that we're doing, you have to keep the energy flowing throughout the movement, and you never want to let your body relax. Mentally, you want to be ready to hit the bottom part of this movement strong so that you can explode up from the bottom, pulling up as hard as you can through the back of your arm. Alright guys, that's it for How to Lift Basics Day 4. If you want to see more videos, click the arrow or go to my website, incline.com, and up the top of the link to see all the workouts.